Hello, hello. It is Nemi Bastone here with Nemi's Crafty Cafe, coming to you from my crafting studio in Cooks Creek, Manitoba, 20 minutes northeast of Winnipeg. Oh, I didn't really, okay, I gotta fix that. Okay, so today is a kickoff of Christmas countdown. So for the next 6 weeks, I think it's 6, I will be sharing with you some amazing projects that you can use for the holiday season. So we'll start off with one of my favorites, which is the Sweetest Star set, and I'll share that shortly. But just wanted to let you know, gotta make sure I'm all good working here. I was a little slow on the ball today. So if you're there, say hello, say hi, replay, or falling behind like me. And leave me a message. So I just, what did I do here? Sorry, I've got a little bit of a chaotic jam here. So I'm just trying to fix all that. Okay, so it's been like a rush day. So rush, I stopped at Tim Hortons to get a coffee because I was so tired. And I honestly didn't think I would get through today's Facebook Live. I was like, went to go visit my mother in the hospital, and I was so tired, she fell asleep. So then I fell asleep, and then 15 minutes later, the nurse knocks and pretty much says, oh, I'm here to take your vitals. And we're like, okay. And we all wake up, and my mom's like, as soon as I fall asleep, they always wake me up because they have to take my vitals. So, such is life. Anyway, so I made some changes to my lighting and to my desk, so we'll see how well that goes. And yeah, I just wanted to touch base and let you know too that I only have 4 spots left for in-person Snowy Season Sweet Stamp Cap. So we're gonna make some fun projects. Like I said, we're gonna have like 18 cards and 4 tags, a gift box or a 3D project, and some goodies. So I've already got your pillow gifts on the way. And what else? Oh, and a taco salad lunch. So we're gonna have a lot of fun. So I just wanted to share some of the cards that, this one was one of my swaps that you may see or will be creating at the event, but they're a lot of fun. And so I'm looking forward to it. And I can't show you everything because I always like everybody to be surprised when they come to my in-person visits or any of my clubs, to be honest. And then I have my upcoming club too for reindeers, memories and more. So that will be coming up. And if you buy the pack, you will have to buy the pack, and you'll get the tutorial for like there's 10 cards in it. And then maybe I can convince one of my team members, Barb, and fellow stamper, to share her 50 cards. So yeah, she made 50. So yeah, she did awesome. Okay, so let's get started here. My kids are just about to leave for soccer, so we'll see how noisy it gets, and we'll go from there. Okay, I'm gonna flip you to my desk, and hopefully this all works well. Trying to fix my lighting. So I did take out my glass mat, and the reason being is it was giving too much glare, and it was kind of more annoying than anything. Hang on, I gotta fix this. It's driving me bonkers. Okay, I didn't heat those gingerbreads enough. So that's what was causing the problem. Okay, so as I was saying, what do I have here? Okay, we did Cancer. That was awesome. Awesome fundraiser. Snowy Stamps, hoping to do the Let's Get Together. We're going to have a sneak peek bingo that shows all the celebration stuff. We have a celebration workshop. This date's actually changing to February 1st. Because I will be away at a retreat, hopefully, the weekend before. Yeah, so it's always busy during the holiday season. Okay, so I'm just waiting for all the boys to leave, but let's get started. Okay, so this is the Sweetest Star stamp set. And it comes with a punch, which is this one here, which is a gorgeous star. Now, when I first saw this, I was like, meh, but that cookie is really cute. And they are cookies. Just so you know, people were a little stumped as to what that design really was, but they aren't balloons, although you could turn them into balloons, I guess. But they are cookies. And the reason I got it was a lot of my girlfriends have young daughters, and so they really like the movie Wish. And when I saw this punch right away, that's what I thought of, was this would be perfect for Wish. Oh, and it gives you a nice good reflection there. So you got reflection of my face. So the stamp set itself is only $28, but the bundle is $54. So if you place an order or you buy this during this week, then I will give you a kit to create these cards for free and send them to you in the mail. That is my gift for saying thank you for ordering this. Okay, so I've got my instructions, and don't forget to say hello. And we are going to make, I think we can pull off 4 projects. That's my goal, is 4 projects. Now, they're all 4 cards for now, just to kick off the week, because I know your first thing you need to do is figure out how many cards you need to make. And I really like using punches when I have to mass produce, because it's just so much easier than cranking the wheel on your Stampin' and Cut and Emboss machine when you're making multiples. So I always tend to forget, so I'm gonna share some cards with you now. So, excuse me. So this was one of the cards that I had made for a swap. And then I think I made a second one. I had quite a few swaps to participate in. Oh, there's another one, but I can't seem to find it here. Maybe I left it. I probably left it on my other desk. Okay. And then this was another one I received from a swap. And this one I made. And then there's that one. And then I was like, oh, I gotta put gems on those. And then if you got a lot of scrap left over, this one is great for that. And then for Friday, I'm gonna share this one with you in my newsletter. So make sure you sign up for my newsletter and join it, because then I'll give you instructions on how to make this card. Okay, that one's a fun fold. It's actually a double fold. So I don't know what you would call it. But anyway, it uses a really cute paper there. But today, we're using the Take a Bow. I always want to say bow. But Take a Bow Designer Series paper. Comes in 6x6. You get 12 sheets of each of these Designer Series paper. And it pretty much coordinates with these 3 colors. However, it does coordinate with more. So don't ever feel like you're stranded with just those 3 colors. And, you know, we're going to be using different ones. Although you could have green cookies if you'd really like to. Okay. Now, okay. So I'm going to put that aside. So that is what we're working with. And the first card we're going to make, we're going to start simple and then we're going to go big. Okay. So, I don't have these in order. Is this one here. So it's nice and simple. So again, we're using the Take a Bow. And then we're going to cut it down to our standard layer size. And then we're just going to stamp, obviously, in real red. And I tried to do these ahead of time to save some time, but I will show you how we heat emboss and put those on there as is. Now, my original set had the peppermint embellishments, but those keep just going on back order. So we're going to switch out and we're going to use the iridescent faceted gems, which is my special for this month anyway. So make sure you place orders so that you can get a pack of these free. And it matches great, and I love it because they're very pretty and sparkly and have a nice swirl. So now we need real red because I forgot to get that. Okay, and we've got our scrap strip there. And these guys here, I'm just gonna put our card aside. We're gonna punch this out. Okay, so all we're gonna do is line up our punch and punch our 3. So I did this just before we came on, which is probably why I was a few seconds, 1 minute late. because I was like, and then I'm like, oh no, it's already 7. So, because I was originally going to do these with you, and I went, no, it's going to take time. Okay, so we'll put our sponge aside for now. And then we've got our 3. And I'm going to move my stamp set so we have room and my card base. And then I'm going to pull in my paper trimmer over here, and we're going to cut this down to a standard size. I always like to check the back just to make sure if it's directional or not. So I'm going to go this way. So then that way I have a nice strip that I can reuse for another card. Then we're going to turn it and do our standard size here. Okay, so now I have a second strip which I can use. Actually, you could just put that on the inside if you want to as well. Okay, so that is our card. And then for stamping, we need real red. And this is a polymer stamp now because I got rid of my glass mat because I didn't like the glare. We're going to pull out our good handy and dandy piercing mat. Okay, and then I'm going to put that way because I cannot stamp when I can't put my head into the picture. So I have to stamp vertically. Now, there's this beautiful long stamp, which I'm just going to lay flat to get flat. And then we're going to pick that up like so. And then we're going to just dab it in our red ink. Like that, and then line that up and try and get that straight just by eyeballing it. Then lift straight up, and there we go. So now we have wishing you a holly jolly Christmas. Beautiful. And I'm going to close this because it's red and I'd probably get it all over me. And then to make it nice and simple, all we're just going to do is snip that end off. And because I don't trust myself and don't ever make anything straight, I'm just going to grab my trimmer here and trim away. There we go. And look, I even have enough to make a second one. So that is going into my, make another pile. Okay. All right. So now all we have to do is add this here. And then our 3. So I'm going to pick one that actually looks the best. And that'll be my main one in the center that's popped up between all 3 cookies. And then we have that. Perfect. So that's my dry fit. Okay, so we're just going to fold this now, our card base. And I was smart enough to score them ahead of time. Looks like this one is slightly off. So we'll burnish that. Like so. And then I'm just going to cut off or trim this little wee edge here that I seem to have, you know, not cut properly. Oh, what's going on? Hang on. Maybe I should have just left it because now I got this, had this jam there. And now we're okay. Okay, we're okay. We saved it. We're okay, it's saved. Okay. Now, we're going to put that there. And this here. And that looks perfect. So now we're going to glue it down. So just a reminder too, we are down to 10 days. We are, or just less than 10 days. The starter kit special is ending on October 31st. Please don't delay. And I would really love you to join our community of stampers. I'm looking to grow our community by at least 5. So I would love to have you be one of our top 5 joiners this year. It's a lot of fun. Well, at least, you know, I think so. So if you are part of my team or you've been to any of my events, please do state how fun they are. Or, you know, or not, share your opinion because I'd really love 5 more. And right now you can buy a starter kit for $135 and you can pick out about $206 worth of stuff. So you can get all these products. This is one of the only times too that I always like to remind people that you can get the big emboss and cut machine. So, because it's like $170, so you still have $36 left over to buy some dies or some embossing folders to go with that. And that would make an amazing gift for any crafter out there, let me tell you. So if you're looking for a nice gift to give a crafter in your family, I would say that would be it. So just saying, if you need help, and I would gladly help you pick out what you need, or if you want to gift it, you're gifting somebody for Christmas $206 in free or in Stampin product, and then on top of that, you only paid $135. So it's not a bad deal for fellow stampers. So if you have a family member or a spouse, you better, tell them and say, hey, you know what I want for Christmas? A Stampin' Up! Starter kit. And give them your wish list, and I will work with that wish list to get you what you need. So wish upon a cookie here. Okay, and there you go. Now, I don't feel like this needs anything more. We could have ran ribbon through. I think if I put the embellishments, that takes away from our gingerbread cookies. So I think, to me, that's enough. Now, if you want to do more, absolutely, please do. Go ahead. And then on the inside, we can just take one of these. I'm going to put Baking Spirits Bright. And I'm just going to stamp that in the bottom corner here in red. So I'm going to pull out my handy dandy piercing mat, which is great foam mat. So that's another great tool to add to your kit. And we're going to stick that there. And it says Baking Spirits Bright. So great card for anybody that is big bakers or cookie lovers. I think this whole set isn't perfect for anybody really, but if you have any bakers in your family, this is a fun Christmas card to give them. And for craft fairs, this would obviously go great with a bunch of treats. So there you go. So that is card number 1. Yay. Okay, so I don't see any live chats coming through, and I'm hoping that it's not my computer, because I know I was having trouble last week. It was like really, there's a huge delay, which was very concerning. Okay, so let's step it up a bit. So my next card is this one, and this one was inspired by, let me see if I have a name. Oh yeah, Marcia Gay. And so I'm going to switch it up a bit though. I wanted to do a green one. So same paper, so we're still going to use the same designer series paper, but we're going to use garden green instead. So we're just going to step it up a bit, and we're stepping it up by adding in an embossing folder. So this is the new plaid embossing folder, which looks like this, and it is huge, extremely huge. So when I put this in here, I was like, oh, note to self, cut 2, so then that way you can do at least 2 at once, and then you have that ready to go for any time you need it. So that's a note. So okay, what did I do? Oh, there it is. I'm like, I had my green piece and it's stuck. So this is, again, part of the Take a Bow. Beautiful paper on the back side as well. But we're going to go green. Oh, I think I forgot to trim this. Wait, let's make sure I'm not using the wrong piece. And let me make sure I got my measurements right. Because we could be... Yeah, this is the wrong piece. Hang on. Wrong piece. I might have accidentally put the wrong piece back inside here. Yeah, I think I just cut it wrong. So let me fix that. Let's see. There we go. So that's the wrong piece. So let's put that in my scrap pile. This scrap pile is what drives those beautiful plaid shaped cards or styled cards. So you can make lots of good stuff with that. With all those left over. And they're also great for gift tags as well as treat containers. So we'll be doing those during the countdown to Christmas. So stay tuned. And then I'm also having a Tags, Bags, and More class on December 4th. So looking forward to that. And those scraps would work fantastic with those as well. Okay, card base. And I'm just going to burnish that to give that nice crispness there. And then all we have to do is assemble these. And we will have to stamp and do a bit of coloring. So I didn't do that one ahead of time. Now, whenever I have an emboss folder, I tend to go for my Seal Plus. Because I just find that, you know, the Seal Plus is like the soup weighing of soup weighings. And it really just gives it that great adhesion. And you don't need a lot. As you can see, I'm not covering the whole thing because it's super strong. And when you have lots of indents, the glue kind of just liquid glue falls in there. So you need a little bit more liquid glue. So, and I'm frugal, so I don't want to waste my liquid glue for those. So I will just put spots of Seal Plus to get what I need. Okay, so that one's ready. And now this just goes here in the center, like so. And I'm changing it up a little bit because of course I'm doing it in garden green. And I've changed it. She didn't use as many dimensionals as I will. Because I like to Pop-Tart everything. Okay, at least as much as I can. And put that there. Oh shoot. Oh no, this goes here anyway. So we're gonna glue this so it kind of looks like, you know, a little belly. And we're just gonna add glue to the back here where I know I only have to go up to there. And we're gonna glue that down. Like so. And because it's liquid glue, I get a little bit of manipulation time there. Then I'm going to grab my glue scissors. Got these little charms on there so I know which is which. And then we're going to cut this off. And then that's our front. Now, we're also going to have this. Oh yeah, there it is. So I cut out this circle. And this circle I used was for Spotlight on Nature. So you can use any circle you want. You can even just die cut or punch a circle. Doesn't matter, but Spotlight on Nature has these two sets, which I really, really like. I never got the coordinating stamp set. I just wanted the dies. So that's something else you can do. And then we're going to need some scrap white. So I'll grab, oh, not those ones. Oh, are these all the same? Hang on. Yeah, we don't want those ones. We want another scrap. I know I have some here. Hang on. These ones are the same. And there it is. I'm like, I know it's here somewhere. Okay, so I'm going to need my piercing mat again. And we're going to stamp Mr. Claus. So this time we're going to take Mr. Claus here. And we're going to stamp him. I think I do use Mrs. Claus. Maybe I'll do a few just to get it done with. I think yeah. Okay, so we're going to use our memento because we're going to have to color Santa in. So I don't want to, what do you call it? Use a classic black or anything like that because the alcohol markers will bleed through. So let's see, doesn't look like looks like I need more black ink. Okay, now pop that down. Hey Santa, hey Santa. Okay, there we go. Super cute. Well, I think he's cute, but hey, what do I know? Now, I know I need Mrs. Claus, so just because I'm here, I'm going to stamp it anyway. Hope you don't mind. So I'm going to twist it. Oh, I guess I can do it beside. So I'm going to put that there and just grab another block. Hello, gingerbread man. And we're going to get that covered up real good. Like so. I think I need to re-ink my black. Okay. Need to refill it. And there's my Mrs. Claus. So I know I just need them, so I might as well just do it now. Okay. So we're going to color that in. We're going to color it in with some red, black, and I'm going to trace it, I think, with some smoky slate. So, red, black, smoky slate. Oop, I'm missing one of my smoky slates, which means it's on my tray somewhere. Found it. Okay. So let's color Santa in. So I'm going to use my light real red first. And we're going to get those edges so that way we don't make any boo-boos. I am famous for making boo-boos, especially when it's detailed. I just don't have that steady hand. And in there, see right in here is a nice and difficult spot. And then we might use some wild wheat for that buckle, just to give it like a gold look. I just feel like it should be, you know, shinier. You could always go, oh, I might even give it a little bit of a brass look if you went a crushed curry or something. But yeah, we'll try wild wheat and see what we get. Might not even be noticeable. Okay, and then we're gonna go down here now. I think and I believe these two little triangles here in the bottom are his boots. Now normally I flick when I color just to give it more texture. I forget, like Wendy told us why it's so much better to flick in our coloring class. So when you join my team, we sometimes have special guests that come to our team meetings and they teach us some cool stuff. So I had Wendy come one day, Wendy Molnar, by the way, and she did a coloring class with us. And you know, I recorded it because I won't remember everything she says. And actually, I refer to it quite often because she talks about shading, she talks about how to shade, where to shade, and then I'm like, I'll forget. So then I'll go back to that video and remind myself. So it's quite handy. So that's other things we like to do besides eat. So we always have a really fun potluck at Christmas, and we do gift exchange, some games. It's just really about hanging out at that point. I'm losing my voice. And it's just a lot of fun because really I'm all about, you know, building that community of friendship and, you know, and hanging out and crafting with other people who love to craft or who are just trying it and want to see what it's like. You're always more than welcome to come. There's, you know, we don't turn anyone away. Okay, so we're coloring those corners and I'm just gonna blend that in like so. And I always like to, I think it was Jen Shirkis from Lawn Fawn who said, you always got to go where the bits are. And then Wendy says, look where you think the shading would be. If the sun were to hit it, where do you think you would see it shaded? I'm like, yeah, I don't have those skill sets. So, which is why I really like our Stampin' Up! Blends, because I don't have multiple shades to work with. I have 2. And if I want to go different shades, well then I'll just go like Cherry Cobbler, Sweet Sorbet, and not have to worry about going too far out of the realm of, you know, matching my colors. So that's one of the biggest reasons I joined Stampin' Up! Is because of the coordination. The fact that I don't have to think makes my life so much easier. Okay, so I'm just adding a little bit more dimension here around his beard. Oh, see, I got red in there. And I'm gonna make his hat a little darker. There. Oh. Okay. There we go. I just feel like I have to blend that a bit around there. Okay, to each his own. And then I'm going to take some of that gray here and touch up along his beard, just to give it a little bit of a nice outline that he's got a silver beard, or yeah, silver white beard. To just give it a little bit more dimension there. And then we need the black, which I'm going to do on his boots. See, this is why I color ahead of time. So if you prefer me to color ahead of time, I will not get offended. Just put it in the notes, because this does take time, but good time. And you know what? I'm going to give him gray mitts or black mitts. Oh, so hard. Okay, and then I'm going to go with the light black, and I'm going to just do his buckle, or his belt, sorry. The buckle will be a different color. Everyone's so quiet tonight. Or, you know, I see there's people there, but no one's talking. It must be one of those gloomy evenings, right? I'm gonna grab my wild wheat. I rearranged my craft room and I really like the way I've got things within arm's reach now. Not a lot of movement or walking per se. Oh, and we should do some ivory or something. So we'll come in with a really light color. This is SU 1000. And we'll do his face up here. We could even do his nose if we want. Like so. I think that's good enough for now. And then we're just ready to punch him out. Not like punch. No pun intended there. Okay, so let's grab our punch, which is just right here. And, oh, I should have stamped my sentiment while I was, and letting it dry. Okay, so there we go. There's our circle. Put that down. And then here's our other circle, and I should have stamped it while I had the black out. So this one is, may your day be merry and bright. Now, doesn't matter which side, oh, wrong side. Doesn't matter if you're not straight because it's a circle, just to make sure you're centered. Okay, so we're gonna take Santa off so I can use that block. Put him back there for now. And I'm gonna pull out the black again. I'm gonna add some black. And then, bloop. And there we go. Beauts. Beautiful. I gotta take a sip of my tea here. And last but not least, it's just assemble. So let's assemble this. So this is gonna go on top and right in the center. So for this one, may your days be merry and bright, I'm just gonna glue it down. We're not gonna do anything fancy. So I'm just gonna add my adhesive here. And we're gonna glue that down. And you know what, since we're here, let's grab some dimensionals, which I had right here. Plop that in the middle. There we go. I love these little 3x4s because, I mean, it doesn't work as well with a 6x6 because you get a 2-inch strip piece, but it's a great feature as a layer on any of the cards, on any cards. And then Santa Claus, just gonna go right here. So my circle is a little bit bigger, so I'm gonna lift that off and move it a bit so I can fit Santa in there. And we're gonna pop him up. There we go. And now we can add a few gems. There we go. Where did I put it? Okay, I had it here, and then now I lost it. Oh, there they are. Okay, so I'll add in these cute iridescent gems. I think it just needs a few. So we'll add a small one right about there, and then we can do one big one, one small one up there. There we go. How cute is that? So it just needs an inside now. May your days be merry and bright. And we could do wishing you a holly jolly Christmas. And I will do that. I guess we can be consistent. I'm gonna do it in green. Grab some garden green instead. Let's put things away. I'm limited on space here. So let's clear things up. Now, I'm gonna put this, oh, maybe I'll put it along the top. Oh, the right way. Although if I did it wrong, it would just end up going on the bottom. There. And if I didn't like it, it would mean flip over and redo. Ta-da! Now I hope you like this one. If you're there, just feel free to give me a thumbs up. And then I know. And we forgot to cut it down. Lovely. So we're gonna trim it by 1/4 inch because it's too big. I forgot to do that. That's my bad. And then I'm just gonna trim off 1/8 off each side to center it. Oh boy. See, today's been go, 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 so I didn't have time to make these minor changes. Over there. And then we'll just add our adhesive. Now, nobody said just because you buy cards at the store or, you know, Dollarama or the store for like 10 bucks, they always put their sentiments in the middle, but you don't have to. That's the beauty of making your own, is you don't have to. Okay, so there is green and there is red. So which one do you like better? Red or green? So feel free to let me know. I think they're both cute. Different different dyes and then different embellishments. Now I didn't want to use the peppermints because I know you can't get them. And if I show them to you, you'd be like, oh my gosh, I wish I could have them. So keep an eye on my posts because Facebook is probably the quickest way I can tell you that they are available again. And then you can quickly place your order because they go fast. They have not been able to keep it in stock. Crazy, right? Okay, so now I told you, oh, I forgot to do this. I forgot to cut my piece. That you can use other colors. So we're gonna use crumb cake instead of our for our base, instead of the traditional 3 that actually go with this. But we're gonna also need, where's my instructions? We're also going to need a strip of designer series paper, which I forgot to cut, but I actually may have already, so just let me check my stash, because I got tons of strips. Oh, that's a little too narrow, I think. Yeah, we're gonna cut a new piece, because that's just too narrow. Okay. It was such a busy day at work, and it's not even going to get easier. That's what's sad. Oops, I just turned on the bottom there. Okay, so let me cut this piece down. And I think it's this. I'm just guessing, so let's hope I'm right. And I'll check it against that piece. I think I'm still a little... I think I'm a little too wide. Yep. Let's see here. Much better. Okay, more pieces. So one thing we need to do, and I was going to show you how to heat emboss, and then we'll color in as well Mrs. Claus. Like I said, she doesn't have as much coloring. And then we got 3 strips there. We've got our card base, which is now crumb cake instead of the greens. So we'll put those aside because I know I'm done that. And then I used this time around the perennial postage dies. So we're gonna die cut that, but I didn't want to die cut it until I showed you how I heat emboss it. But everybody should, well, not everybody. Most of you know how to do this, but for those that are new, this is critical. So I'm gonna grab my powder. Okay, so we need powder. Now I keep mine in little containers like this, because if I'm doing small pieces, especially something like this, I can just dump it in there and then not have to worry. And I use a spoon which I heated using my heat tool and bent it so it would fit inside here. Now we have to get the grease off, because you know our hands are greasy, stuff makes it greasy. So you're just going to use a an embossing buddy, which has just kind of like powder in it. And we're going to grab Baking Spirits Bright. Oh, I think I have it. Yeah. Already have it. And now we're going to use our Versamark ink. Usually I use my, what do you call it? My Stamparatus or stamping tool, because I'm always paranoid that I don't get my Versamark in the first try. And so I use my stamping tool to help me, you know, stamp twice, so then that way I don't screw up. So hopefully I'm good this time around. Okay, so let's see. You know, really, I'm not that great. And then we go like this. Tap, tap, tap. And not bad. See, I could have added a little more stickiness to that with that clear ink pad. Now, what's really nice about Versamark as well is it stays wet a little longer, or sticky, so it doesn't dry right away. And then that allows you time, you know, if you're doing multiple, to emboss at once. Okay. So now I'm just going to go over and use my heat tool so it's not so loud over here. Don't worry, I'm still here. Just heating up to the side. We're literally baking. Okay, so there you have it. So now it was dull and now it's shiny. Just making sure I didn't miss any spots like I did on the gingerbread. And then we're just gonna line that up like so, and then run that through our emboss and cut machine. So I'm not gonna bring it into the picture, so Just gonna do it off here to the side. Now, most of you probably already own one, but if you're due for an upgrade, or maybe you don't own one, now is the time to get one. So I ran it through the machine. I just used tape to hold it in place because my plates are a mess. And there you have it. So this guy, I don't want to lose him, so he's gonna go into my magnetic container. And we need to assemble. Easy peasy. So, oh, we need to color too. So let's color. Oh, let's color Mrs. Claus. Get her over it. We need red. We could use cherry cobbler too. That would be pretty as well. So we're just gonna get, she's got a little more intricate spots here. So I'm gonna use my tip end and try and get in there without getting any of the white. So, but if you do, we have a color lifter that'll fix that. Okay, maybe we'll add some Wink Estella to her. That's an option as well. If I have it nearby somewhere, I don't know. Okay, got that. So a little more detail. So this is why, again, you won't hurt my feelings. Just tell me, great card, Nam, but next time color after before you come on live. No problemo. Okay. And we're gonna get that there. See, there's quite a bit. So we're gonna go in here as well. I'm right-handed, so I have to move my paper a lot. So my cardstock gets a little dance. There we go. There. Nice. Okay, the other side. Okay. So, small pain for long-term gain. Now, I wasn't a real big fan of Mrs. Claus. I was like, oh, she kind of looks weird. But after a while, it grows on you. Like, originally, I was like all about just the punch. And I'm like, oh, but that gingerbread. So then I just was constantly using the gingerbread. And then I'm like, oh, but the snowman. So then I started using the snowman, and I'm like, okay, well, I can't leave Mrs. Claus out. So then she's now my friend. Now I like the whole stamp set. So I went from all that, from one piece, to liking all of it. Because, I mean, seriously, once you start playing with it, then you start realizing how much fun you can actually have with the whole stamp set. But you gotta experiment, and you just gotta try it in order, and then go, okay. Because that's happened to me where I'm like, okay, I really like this stamp set, but there's only one die or one stamp in here that I really like. And then you're like, what am I going to do with the rest? But I really want that stamp. And then, you know, so you have to go outside your comfort zone and try something new with things you think you don't like. And then you're like, wow, this actually is a really fun set. So that's what happened to me when I bought this one. Went from just the star to, oh, these are actually quite cute. Okay, so we're gonna do our bits. So we got some corners up there, some here, some there, everywhere. And then before that dries, we're just gonna come in and blend in the middle. Okay. And run there. And in this corner as well, and up in here. So tomorrow, this will have a whole new look, especially once it's dried. come in with that. I also tend to lose and put the lids onto the wrong blends. That happens quite often as well. Just ask anybody that comes to my events. Why is this one there? I'm like, oh, I guess I put that back on the wrong one. So that's pretty funny too. Okay, so we're gonna grab highlight black, and I'm gonna do her gloves too. Okay, and then her little booties. I think it's just these really tiny triangles on the bottom is her little booties, like that. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of silver to her hair, right in here, just to give her some flair up in there, so that she looks like she has a little bit of, you know, gray. Oh, we should color her face. And then we'll give her some color. So you can also buy the color lifter, which comes with the color ivory, and that's a great set to add to your toolkit, because then that way if you make mistakes you have that, and then you also have a skin tone. Okay, now we're done. Okay, let's let that dry for a bit and let's just assemble. So what I did here is, this is a pretty big circle, so we're going to take that circle and we're just going to cut it and put it there. But in order to do that, we got to glue it down first. So I'm not using dimensionals, so I'm using my template again by flipping it and creating this to be my only template. And I'm only going on the smooth side here because it's liquid glue and I'm not too sure if it's going to stick very well on the end. But it doesn't matter because we have enough pieces holding it down. And we're going to run that like that. And I'll flip it so you can see, and I'll push that down. Now we have this excess, so all we have to do is cut that down. So you know what? I'm going to use my trimmer instead of my scissors. And yes, I took the guard off here. So if you're wondering why it looks different, it's because I took the guard off. Because it was annoying and in my way. Probably not the safest thing to do, but just letting you know. And then that goes there. And then we're going to punch out Mrs. Claus. And she's ready. She's ready for Christmas. Okay. Add that to my scrap pile. And let's get our strips. So this is just a quick and easy technique where you can just add 3 strips to create that beautiful layer on there. So fun. I'm going to turn it sideways so I can see if I'm even. So it literally fits. So we're just going to spread those apart, or you know what? Let me measure that. I might have, oh no. I think it has to be more narrow. So that's just not working for me. So let's try that. I'm going to do all 3. You think, no, I can't. I probably can do 2 pieces. 2 pieces is probably enough. Let's do 1.5, just to make sure. Did I do 1.5 or 1.25? I don't know. Let's see how much space we have. Because I kind of want to leave. Oh yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's better. Let's see here. Too close together. So let's cut up another 1/4 inch. See if that gets me where I need to go. Because then if I left it at that, then the spacing just creates it. I should have just measured it. Why didn't I just measure my other card? That would have been so much easier. Okay. There. Now all these beautiful scraps, which I'm not throwing out, just so you know. And these will go there. Perfect. So now we're just going to center that. So I have a Tim Holtz ruler, which is going to tell me where my center is. If you don't own one of these, they're a must. And we're at 3 inches, 4.5. Yeah, it's about there. I can't see, there's too much glare. So that is 3, 2.5, too much. 2 3/4 each. That is so much better. So this is my middle point right there. So my middle point is right about there. Okay. So then once I get my middle down, I am GTG, good to go. Now where did I put where there? I'm like, where's my dimensionals? 1, 2, 3. Now I'm not too worried because I'm gonna glue the other layer on top. So don't go cray on your dimensionals. Now 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 more. Right about there. So there's my center. And then I can do a 1/2 inch between each of these. So I'm gonna go get some more dimensionals. 1, 2. Although my Tim Holtz ruler, this is the second one I've had, has fallen apart. The blade, for some reason, on the other edge, well, it's not really a blade, the guide or the metal guide just keeps coming off. And it's the same thing that happened to my other one. So I don't know what I'm doing that's causing it to always pop off. So I've tried taping it, and now it's just cut through the tape. Because the Tim Holtz ruler, one side's used for pencil, and then the metal allows you to use it for, what do you call it? For cutting. There, I can't even think of the word. What's wrong with me? Okay, so there's my fake paneling. And this is just gonna go on top like so. So again, I'm just gonna flip that over so I know where to add my adhesive. So it's somewhere about here and here and here. And then we'll just flip that and stick that on so that it's somewhat centered all the way through. And that's the front of our card. Okay. And then this guy goes here. And this one goes here. So now we'll add, oops, wrong way. Need more Pop-Tarts. So we'll add Pop-Tarts on this guy. How are we doing for time? I'm hoping I can do one more, because I have one more fun one besides my other fun one. But oops, besides Friday's fun fold. And we'll stick that there, and it's like, hello, Mrs. Claude. And then we'll add some embellishments on there to give it a pop. So maybe one there. Let's grab a big one. We'll do randoms. One over here. Let's say something like that. And then we'll do, yep, opposite side. I'll do another small because we only have 4. And then we'll do our 5th one in the corner there. So it kind of spreads it out. So there is our other card. Now I hope you like that one. Now you could, it is crumb cake, so you could leave it because it does work really well. But if you want to, you can add on this inside. So we're gonna just trim this down by 1/4 inch. Oh, this one doesn't tell me. This one's a little smaller. And then that will go. I'm just gonna check the time to see if I can do another one. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. Shoot. Okay, so we got this one here. 3 is my limit. Is that what you're trying to say? I guess so. And we didn't use the other one yet. So I wanted to use some snowflakes in the corner. And we'll grab, Use smoky slate. All my blocks are used. Who has time for one more? I don't know. If you have been commenting, I apologize. I have not noticed. So, for some reason, it's not popping up. Oh, I think, okay. Wait, oh, I think I saw you. Hi, Shell. Thanks for joining. You got time for one more? Oh, that's too bright. Let's do it again. Oh, that's not dark enough. We'll stick with that then. So I'm going to leave it with one because I forgot. We're going to do, yo, fly. Go away. There's a fly. So we're going to go with red. So if you are there and if anybody's there and you'd like me to do one more card, I still want to do one more card. It's a fun one. It's a different technique that I think you would like. But if we're out of time, then we are out of time. But I really would like to do one more. Okay. And I'm going to put this right there. I stamped sideways. There we go. Wishing you a jolly Christmas. You can't see it as well, but it's going to dry really light, so that will pop up more. I just got to wait till that dries more. Okay. I got some, there you go, some ink there. Okay. Or I could have went a little lower. That too. Now we're just going to add this on the inside. Do it. Okay, I will. I don't know. I think there's been a few more comments, but I just haven't seen them. It's having internet issues, which is not a fun thing to have during the busiest time of the holiday season. Okay, there we go. So that is my Mrs. Claus. She's so cute. I think she's cute. At first it was a little like, I don't know if I like this. But let me tell you, she is super cute. Now, if I knew where my Wink Estella was, I found it. I'm going to add some to her belly band here. And maybe some Wink Estella here. And here to give it that little bit of sparkle. Oh, that looks so much better. So now we got a little bit of bling, which you probably can't tell from the video, but there's a little bit in there, which makes her sparkle. Okay, so that's 3. Okay, here's my last one. It's a quick one, but it's fun. So where did I put my card base? Okay, and I even cut it. So, okay, so make sure you order, and I will send you the recipe cards to make these, along with a kit. So, oh, I damaged the end there. Okay, this is our card base. So, it's a typical card base. I'm just gonna fold it so you know where we are. Okay, so we're gonna take this card base and we're gonna trim off the front 1.5 inches. So when I'm here on my paper trimmer, when I have to do less than 1.5 or less, I always go to this side because I just like more card on my platform to hold me here. So we're gonna trim that piece, okay? So now our front is slightly smaller. Now normally we do the Z fold or whatever, but I'm gonna do something different. So now we're gonna take this piece and we're going to trim it. There's 1.5. So we're going to trim it to 3/4 of an inch. So literally you're trimming it in half. Okay. Hope you have a really good paper trimmer to do that. Okay, so now we have those 2 pieces. And then I cut a piece of cardstock that is going to sit right here on this edge, like so. 1 3/4, yeah, that's about right. Now, I know what happened. Okay, let me set here. 4 1/4 I just want to make sure we're good. Yeah, so I have a little bit of a hair. Just from the way I did that. And this will go here. Now, it's longer just because I didn't trim it, folks. And that should be good. And then we're going to use this to fill the gap. But the trick here is we're not going to glue here. We're going to glue here. So I'm going to take my glue. I know that sounds so weird, right? And I'm going to add a small strip here. Now I probably could have made a slightly bigger piece. I probably could have made this 2 inches wide instead. And then that would have given me more grip there. Now we're gonna line this up right to the end of our back side of our card. So it's not gonna get glued, but it's gonna get held. And we're gonna just hold that down. Don't worry, we'll just trim that excess there. Okay? Now look at that. You've just added 2 sides of the designer series paper to that. Just like that. Now, you're like, well, what about that strip you made us cut? Well, guess what? That strip is now going right here. So it's totally faking you out to think it's that normal fun fold that we always do over and over again. But really, it's the whole front of the card. So now I'm gonna add my adhesive. This is still 5.5 inches. We didn't make it shorter. So it's literally the length of the card. And we're gonna add that piece right here, right to the edge. Okay, so I'm gonna tip it like this to make sure I'm perfectly lined up with the back of the base and the corners. Let's push that down a bit because I can see a little bit of red there. Now I should be good. I'm gonna take my trimmer and we're gonna trim that off. Okay? I should be able to go right past. Excellent. So now that's my scrap. Garbage. So there you go. Cool beans. You're so cute. But look at that. So now you have this strip that looks like this whole front piece is the only thing that opens. But it's not. It's the whole thing. And then when you open it up on the inside, you get to see the other designer series paper. So, and I used thick basic white to give it some strength. Now, I did cheat and heat emboss this ahead of time. So this is black with the white heat embossing, which I showed you how to do earlier. And it's back in stock. So I'm pulling out that real red and white baker's twine, brand new, because I just got it. Otherwise, I was going to use white. And we're going to wrap this with twine. And before we put that down, okay. So I'm going to add the twine right here. And we're going to tie a bow. I was going to use iridescent. And then I was like, oh, look what came in the mail. Yay. And we're going to add that there. Okay. And then we're going to tie a bow right at the top. I'm going to add some glue there. There we go. And then I'm just going to do a bow. I don't like to cut my ribbon off because I'm frugal. We talked about that. About me being frugal. And then those are going to be my ends. Do a bigger, nice big bow. Nice big bow. Okay, I won't cut that off yet because I want to see. Okay, and then I'm going to take this and slide that right to the edge. I want to make sure that this is going over top because I didn't put enough glue there, I noticed. Okay, there we have it. And then I'm going to stick a, oh, where did my Pop-Tarts go now? Okay, here. Huh. So I'm going to stick a Pop-Tart right there. So that'll be the top of my star. Then I'll put 2 more on the back And it's such a simple, fun card. But think about all the cool things you can make if you did your card this way. Like any designer series paper they have scrap with, this will give you two-sided with the look of there's something fun in there. Now, just gonna cut that piece off. I like long tails, so I'm not gonna cut too much off because I like my tails to be long. Now you could also use regular ribbon as well. Like I said, I was gonna originally use iridescent, but then this came. So I didn't have to worry. I think this one's still a little on. There. Simple, but fun. Oh, I didn't put that straight. Let's straighten that. There. Now he's straight. Or she. And gonna put that away for a sec. And then now we could just add. Now you could like really add. You could add some more dimension colors if you want. So I used iridescent, but let's add some black in there to just make it pop. I don't have red, or do I have red? Maybe we have red. Do I have red? Besides those ones, what has red dots? No reds. No reds. Just, well, I could make red. I could make red on basic jewels, but I don't want to do that. Oh, there's these ones. That's too close. Let's go with black. I just want to add a little bit of something different in there. Okay. So these ones are the sparkle gems. Like, oh, remember I told you? If you place an order of at least $60, you're going to get something sparkly. You never know. Okay, let's add one. And two. And then let's go with this. And let's see here. We'll add. Come on now. Pick it up. Some there. Usually these pick up real easily. For some reason I'm getting a hard time, or I just need more adhesive. And oh, right about there. I'm just doing a trail, and then we'll trail up over here to up and away, and then let's throw black in the mix as we lead our way to the top up here. There, something like that. So anyway, that was my bonus one that I wanted to share with you. So I hope you like that. And obviously you can, yeah, always. Oh, hi Deb, thanks for joining me. So, and this is a real quick and easy one. And what I love about it is you can just use your scraps. So, you know, grab any shape. The heart one is the great, or sorry, this star is really great with, because you got so much space to add shape, but still put a really good sentiment in there. And then whatever sentiment you want on the inside, and then your scrap piece, which then gives you that. So this is about 1 3/4, but you could also do 2 inches. And then that way you have a little bit more glue room on this side. But that's it. So let's take a look at all the projects. So if you place an order with me, you can get all of these. You'll get the kit, obviously, which I'll ship this weekend. So these are the 4 we made. There's that one. Oh no, I did this one in green. Sorry. And then there's the 4th one. So much fun. I don't know. I really like this set. So I hope you do too and pick it up. It's great to have in your collection, especially if you do little treats. And easy and simple to use for mass production. And to Deb's point, if you don't like to color, it's okay. But you can easily make these into Santa cookies and do white stitching like I did here, or white embossing, I should say. And they will all be, you know, Christmas cookies. So I hope you like those. Feel free to come watch it, like it, and share it if you'd like. And we will see you hopefully maybe this weekend. I am participating in a creative retreat online, but I hope I can get some fun stuff to share with you and show you what I got. So thank you for joining me. Have a fantastic evening. Sorry I went a little over, but I think it was worth it for these 4 projects. Have a great evening and happy stamping.